this week's Ask an Advisor series, where this series is specific to families with special needs. And right now, we're in a 5-part series of the most common holes I see in a special needs plan. And today, we're on the 5th part, the final part of that series. And the 5th part of the most common holes that I see is a lack of a letter of intent or care guide for your child with special needs. This one is so crucial. And I want you to think about it. Think about our daily lives. We have our cell phones, right? Every day. We text. We communicate through social media. We have calendars. We have work calendars. We got family calendars. On our refrigerator, we often have notes, things that need to be done this week, daily chores. When we go out of town, we write notes. What are the things that need to be done around the house, collected around the house, things to not do around the house? At work, we have weekly meetings. We have disaster recovery plans. When we go out of town, we're notifying our other employees, staff members, coworkers, hey, here are things that may need to be done while I'm out of town to make sure that everything goes smoothly so that you're able to enjoy vacation without concern and having to come back and monitor emails and all the things. All we do all the time is communicate. But what we don't do is when it comes to our child with special needs, we don't have that communication piece happening. There's a huge hole, a huge gap, and there's no letter of intent or care guide or disaster recovery plan, or if something happens to you, you're out of town, you get sick, or you get in a bad car accident. There's nothing there for other people to look at to have a guidance on what to do for your child. What are your child's likes? What are they dislikes? What are their daily routines? What are the vendors and service programs that they're taking advantage of? What are the medications? Who are the doctors, right? What are the financial elements that people need to be aware of to make sure that your child's cared for? There's all these such crucial components that are only kept inside your head. Your head has all the information and it's nowhere else for anyone else to see. So it's so crucial that you spend time to think about what is it that you do every single day for your child. Every day. Write that down. Because if something happens to you, someone needs to step into that place to ensure that your child's taken care of and the transition is as smooth as possible. It doesn't matter if it's a sibling taking care of them, doesn't matter if it's aunt, uncle, grandparents, whomever it is, they're going to need to step into this role. And they're going to want something that acts as a guide, like an owner's manual, to say, hey, what do I need to do every day to make sure that the person now underneath their wing is provided for as closely as possible as the way you had it. And that's so important. And I promise you, if you do that, you'll get so much more peace of mind that it's finally done. And after you start creating that and you go across your day, write down these notes, consolidate it into one location, and then start sharing and communicating that with the people that are going to be taking on this role. So crucial. And then once they get it in their hands, you want them to read it. And when they're reading it, you want them to ask questions. Is there anything they don't understand? If so, let's walk through it. Let's talk about it. Because you want to make sure that they understand everything that's written there and nothing is miscommunicated. If something needs to be redrafted, rewritten, or even just practiced. That's the 5th part. And I think maybe one of the most crucial parts of the 5-part series is the letter of intent, the care guide. My name is Rhett Beal. Make sure to send in your questions so we can get your questions answered, and I'll see you next week. Bye.